Michael and Janet beefing? Say it ain't so. Well, according to Janet's 4-part docu-series that aired earlier this year on Lifetime, she revealed some pretty surprising revelations about her and Michael's relationship. Although they appear to be oh so close and adorable whenever the two would link up, apparently there was tension when the lights, cameras, and fans weren't watching. One incident being the supposed feud between Michael and Janet on the set of Michael's Scream music video, featuring his baby sister. Other allegations being how Janet was intentionally kept off set while filming was in progress, was only allowed to be in the presence of her brother during scenes they shot together, and how her vocals had been tampered with during the song's final mixing, but it doesn't end just there. The Scream era was no isolated incident. Janet had also revealed how her and Michael had a history of beef that left her internalizing his ridicules for years to come. But the question remains, was this an authentic sibling rivalry, or just another manufactured beef stirred up and pushed by the media and the fans? When Janet's self-titled docu-series aired on A&E and Lifetime in January of this year, an estimated 15 million viewers and fans from all around the world made sure to tune in, laser focused on the long-awaited 4-part special that coincided with the 40th anniversary of her debut album. In the special, Janet takes you on a journey through the trials and tribulations throughout her life and career, and allows us to see a part of her that we've never seen before. Retelling past events and notable key memories she's had so far, there were a few isolated incidents that left fans clutching their invisible pearls. One notable moment being that of Janet and Michael's 1995 video shoot for his hit song Scream, which ironically is about all of the rumors and allegations set up against him during that time. The black and white futuristic-themed video, accompanied with gravity-defying, quirky camera tricks, went on to become one of the most recognized and most expensive videos of all time. The pair seemed inseparable, but Janet had let the cat out of the bag and revealed that her big bro basically treated her like the help. Okay, maybe she didn't say all that, but she basically said that the tension on set was on 100. When Michael filmed his segments for the video at nights, Janet was directed to shoot only in the daytime. Michael and his people wanted no parts of Miss Jackson's interference during Mike's solo sessions. They block off his set to the point where Janet couldn't even see what was going on, and it was clearer than the water in the Bahamas that Janet was not welcomed. She felt as though they were trying to create a competitive environment which didn't set well with her. Given the fact that her big brother was in fact the greatest artist to have ever lived, and if you disagree, we can argue in the comments section later. Michael wasn't as available and accessible to Janet as he once was. As his baby sister, she adored her brother and wanted to fight the fight with him, but it felt more as though they were competing against one another. She thought the video shoot would be like old times, but old times had long passed. Questions of a sibling rivalry would persist even more when Jimmy Jam, co-writer of Scream, had revealed some things that went on at a party held at Michael's Neverland Ranch, celebrating the completion of the Scream music video. While he and his associates were partying it up, Jimmy says he got a call from Janet, who wasn't in the best of moods. After hearing the new mix they had put on the masters, it was clear someone had messed with Janet's vocals. They were turned down several notches to the point where her vocals served as a faint supporting whisper to Michael's. Jimmy had brought this to the attention of Michael, who responded with a nonchalant, "Oh really? I didn't know." But Jimmy thinks otherwise. This wouldn't be the first time a little rivalry had ensued between the two. During their childhood, Janet and Michael were pretty close, if not the closest amongst all the siblings. Mike was very protective of his sister, but like many other siblings, the two didn't always get along. Janet claims that Michael would poke fun at her, labeling her names like pig, horse, slaughter hog, and cow. She admits that although they would both laugh it off, deep down it struck a nerve. Her weight issues would be magnified when she began playing the role of Penny, the abandoned girl, on the sitcom Good Times, and they'd routinely bind her chest down to make it appear more flat in order to keep the innocence of Penny alive. This had been around the time where she would discover just how much she had internalized Michael's teasing. Despite the two being so close in childhood and earlier years, it wasn't until Michael's iconic Thriller album had been released and he'd go from being an adorable kid obsessed with Disney to an adorable adult obsessed with Disney, with an album under his belt that earned him 8 Grammy Awards in a single night, that the two had become distant. Throughout the years, Janet, as we know, has climbed the superstardom podium in her own way, creating her own lane outside of her brothers, cementing her as an icon in her own right. But she had missed her older brother. Michael had become more and more standoffish as the years passed, so Janet, along with her other brothers, aka the Jackson 5, all decided to pack their bags and fly off to Las Vegas to surprise Michael at his Vegas home. The plan? To stage an intervention in order to let bygones be bygones, and ask Mike if he'd be down to tour once again with his brothers alongside Janet, who'd be a headliner. Michael was having none of it, and needless to say, that little tour never came to fruition. Although it may seem as though Michael wanted no parts of his family, the truth of the matter is that it's no secret that the Jackson siblings always felt some type of way when it came to his success. Talking about you, Jermaine. The rivalry Janet and Michael had was no figment of the imagination, but it wasn't quite like how the media made it out to be. Sure, there were teasing, arguments, and competition, but all in all, Michael sincerely wanted the absolute best for his sister. He practically took her under his wing, taught her how to dance, gave her advice, ideas, and even allowed her to use concepts he'd come up with. A great example being Janet's Rhythm Nation video, that, as we know, boosted her career to explosive heights. After Michael's devastating death in 2009, Janet paid tribute to him the same year at the MTV Video Music Awards by performing their song, Scream, in his honor, hopefully putting to rest any and all rumors of an ongoing feud between the two.
I played the role that I've always played in his life, his little sister that was there by his side, that had his back no matter what. That's what Scream was for me.
Michael, being the perfectionist Virgo he embodied, did ensue competition with Janet, but not to necessarily create some type of sibling rivalry, but in order to push her to do her absolute best each and every time. When it all boils down to it, Janet loved her brother and was gonna be there for him no matter the circumstance. Even when it cost her endorsement deals, like that one time she was supposed to work with Coca-Cola, but due to the allegations surrounding Michael, she unfortunately was found guilty by association. Due to this Cola and Janet collab that never was, this cost her to lose out on millions, but to her it was all worth it. Say what you want, but I think most people will agree when I say Michael and Janet were the best sibling duo of all time. They paved the way for countless entertainers, dancers, musicians, and overall artists who followed in their footsteps after their reign, and their lengthy resume and track record speak for itself. Tension may have been present while on set, but with a $7 million budget? I don't know about you, but I would be nervous to even breathe the wrong way. Besides, a little friendly competition between siblings isn't anything out of the norm, especially when you're both sitting on top of the throne as the king and queen of pop. Again, we can debate in the comments. That was her brother, and she was going to stand beside him. So, what do you think? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.